Very good evening to all of you friends. A very good evening to all of you. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. This session is for those who are preparing for Jamia Millia Islamia and other entrance examination. This year, CLAT and AILET are both over. Both the exams have declared their results, so you guys know where you stand in CLAT and where you stand in so far as AILET is concerned. Now, apart from AILET, CLAT, there also happens to be other important entrance examination. For example, you have CLAT, Symbiosis, you have Jamia Millia, then you have Maharashtra CET. So there are a number of other entrance examination as well other than CLAT and AILET. Yes, of course, CLAT and AILET are the most mainstream law entrance examination. But apart from that, Jamia Millia is also a very good college in Delhi. And henceforth, a number of students do prepare themselves for Jamia Millia Islamia because it is a very good college. Today, my focus would be what do you understand insofar as if you are preparing for Jamia Millia Islamia is concerned. So those of you who are preparing for Jamia Millia Islamia, those of you who are preparing for Jamia Millia Islamia, what are those things that you must keep in your mind? Now, the first thing that you must keep in your mind, is the fact that, yes, what type of questions does Jamia Millia Islamia ask? That's very important. What are those type of questions which are asked in Jamia Millia Islamia? So my discussion today will be based on the previous year's papers. The previous year, the past year's paper, 2023, 2022, and henceforth. Because if you have to prepare for Jamia Millia, it is imperative for each and every one of you to understand that Jamia Millia, what kind of questions comes in this particular exam. So guys, let's get started with today's session. Okay, let's move on. Now, first and foremost, let's understand the structure. Let us first understand the structure of Jamia Millia Islamia. The structure of Jamia Millia Islamia is little different from CLAT and AILET. Now, if you see Jamia Millia, there are four sections. Okay, so you have English, legal aptitude, current affairs, and elementary maths. Now, if you see legal aptitude and legal reasoning, there are 40 questions of 1 mark each. 40 questions of 1 mark each. And the total of 150 questions have to be solved in a time span of 2 hours. So you have less than 1 minute. You have less than 1 minute to solve a question. Keep this in your mind. And this is very important for you. This is very important for you guys. This is very important for you. Because you have to understand how this particular thing works. Because what should be your preparation? That is something that you need to understand, friends. Is that clear, all of you? Is that clear, everyone? Now, if we start with legal aptitude section. Now, today I'll be focusing on the legal aptitude section. Now, what are the kinds of questions that comes in this particular entrance exam? There are variety of questions. Now, in CLAT, you get passage-based question, right? In CLAT, you get passage-based question. That means there will be a particular passage, 200, 300, 400 words, it may vary. Based on your understanding of that particular passage, there are questions based on the passage that you need to solve. These are all MCQs. But insofar as Jamia Millia Islamia is concerned, the kind of questions that are asked, they are number one, principle and fact based question, current legal knowledge based question, static legal knowledge based question, constitutional knowledge based question, important judgment based question, legal maxim based question, and assertion and reasoning based question. So if you understand, these are the categories of question. These are the various categories of question that are asked in Jamia Millia Islamia. Now, what is a principle and fact-based question? A principle and a fact-based question is something like a principle of law is provided to a student, a principle of law. Based on that principle of law, there will be a factual situation that is provided, And based on the principle and on your understanding of the factual situation, you have to solve certain questions. So that is what we understand as a principle and fact-based question. So we will definitely solve a couple of principle and fact-based questions. Apart from that, there are certain current legal knowledge-based questions. Now, current legal knowledge would mean a question can be asked on abrogation of Article 370. Abrogation of Article 370. What did the Supreme Court say? There can be questions like who is the present Attorney General of India? Who is the present Chief Justice of Delhi High Court? So these are all current legal knowledge. Then you have static legal knowledge. For example, the law of crime in India, that is the Indian Penal Code, was drafted by whom? Who was the framer of the Indian Penal Code? So that is also there. Those kind of questions can also come. Am I clear? Now, it is Lord Macaulay. Let me give you the answer straight away. Lord Macaulay. So those are static legal knowledge based questions. It does not change over a period of time. But the present Chief Justice might not be. After 2 years, the name might change. He might retire. Is that clear? So, current legal knowledge is also important. Static legal knowledge is also important. And then you get question on constitutional knowledge. Which of the following article deals with national emergency? A, B, C, D. Which of the following article deals with financial emergency? How many types of emergency are there under the Indian Constitution? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 3 types. Now, these are all knowledge, constitutional knowledge based questions. Is that clear? So you have static legal knowledge, you have current legal knowledge, you have constitutional knowledge. Fifth is questions that are based on important judgments. The Visakhapatnam judgment. Important landmark judgments of the Supreme Court. Is that clear? Keshwananda Bharati's judgment, they might ask you, how many judges decided the Keshwananda Bharati judgment? 13, the largest bench ever constituted by the Supreme Court till date. And then you have legal maxim based question. What is the meaning of the term ab initio? you get various important legal maxim based question also in this particular entrance examination. So legal maxim also plays a very important role. Having knowledge about important judgments of the Supreme Court is also important. Constitutional knowledge, static legal knowledge, current legal knowledge also is important. And finally, you also get at times assertion and reasoning based question. Okay, so you get also assertion and reasoning based question. So these are generally the 7 types of questions that come in this examination. Let's start solving a couple of them. Now, these are those questions that came in the year 2023 and 2022. Okay, these are the real questions from Jamia Millia Islamia. What is the oldest code of law in India? Now, this is static legal knowledge. Is that clear? Narada Smriti, Manu Smriti, Veda Smriti, Paristan Smriti. So you have Narada Smriti, Manu Smriti, Veda Smriti, Parasar Smriti. Which of the following is the oldest code? The oldest code is nothing but the Manu Smriti. Now, this is all that you need to know. These are the real questions that came in this particular entrance examination, my dear friends. Is that clear? Is that clear to all of you? The Manu Smriti. Now, you might not have entire knowledge about Manu Smriti, but the examiner just wants to know, do you have that much knowledge that Manu Smriti is the oldest code in India? That's it. Okay. Second B. Next is a principle and fact-based question. So you have a legal principle that is provided and a factual situation is provided. Let's read the legal principle straight away. Since individual welfare shall, in case of necessity, yield to that of community, and that his property, liberty, and life shall, under certain circumstances, be placed in jeopardy or even sacrificed for public good. That means, to stop, I'm sure that you must be knowing about the law of necessity. Now, what is the law of necessity? The law of necessity simply means to stop a lesser harm, to stop a larger harm, a man can commit a smaller harm. Anita and Sumita are neighbors. Sumita's house was on fire, so she trespassed into Anita's property to draw water from the well to stop the fire. Now, what does this principle of law say? Here is a particular principle which says that in case there is necessity, your own right over your property, life, liberty, under necessity can be placed in jeopardy, can be sacrificed for public good. Now, here is a woman who has trespassed into someone else's land. There is no doubt about it. One Mr. A enters into Mr. B's land. There is a trespass. But why did he go? Why did he or she go? She went to stop a larger harm. And what was the larger harm? Her own house was in fire. She trespassed into someone else's land to fetch some water from the well to douse the fire. So the question is she liable? Sunita is liable? No. Sunita is liable? No. Sunita is not liable because there was necessity. She is protected under this defense of necessity. So these are the types of questions. These questions are not difficult at all, friends. These questions are not difficult at all. But at the same point in time, you have to understand that you should have the art of understanding the law, the legal principle, and the factual situation. That is all that is required from a student who is preparing for Jamia. Before I move ahead, BYJU'S Exam Prep brings to you is CLAT with BYJU'S Exam Prep. Unlock your 3-day free trial access to all our courses. Go to the description box below and you will find that there's a link and just click on the link and you can get access to 3-day free trial to all our courses. Enjoy. Next, mark the most suitable legal idiot. So this is all legal magazine. Right? This is a question on legal max. The insurance company refused to pay the money because they said that the forest fire was an act of God, grounded in facts, in bad faith, in perpetuity. It was an act of God. A forest fire, an earthquake, a volcano eruption, a tsunami, a flood. They are all considered as act of God. I'm sure that by now you know the meaning of act of God. Act of God is something, an act which is beyond human interference. I cannot create flood, neither can I create a volcanic eruption. It's the natural calamity. So that is what we understand by act of God. Moving on to the next question. With reference to the Election Commission of India, which the following statement is or are correct? The Election Commission of India is an autonomous statutory authority. It's a constitutional body. So A is wrong. The first statement is wrong. Election Commission of India administers election to Panchayati Raj institution? No. Parliament, state legislature, president, and vice president. Right? So election commission's duty is to administer election insofar as the parliament is concerned, state legislature, president, and vice president. So both are incorrect. Neither one, neither two. So the correct answer is option D. So you need constitutional knowledge also. So here is a question which is on constitutional knowledge. Is that clear? So you have to prepare yourself for various types of questions, guys. Let's consider this. Consider following statement. Now, please keep this in your mind. These questions have all come in Jamia Millia Islamia's entrance examination. The real question. The 10th schedule of the Indian Constitution, also known as anti-defection law, was added by the 91st, no, this was 52nd constitutional amendment. Disqualification on the ground, so this is incorrect. Disqualification on the ground of defection, the decision of the speaker chairman is final and not subjected to judicial review. No, it is subjected to judicial review. It is subjected to judicial review. Which of the following statement above are or is correct? Neither one, neither two. Again, option D. Both are incorrect. The 10th schedule, of course, deals with anti-defection law, but was made by the 52nd constitutional amendment. And the second question, the disqualification on the ground of defection is subjected to judicial review. It is subjected to judicial review. Yes, option D. Is that clear? Let's see this. Which of the following article deals with impeachment process of the President of India? 58, 59, 60 or 61. Which of the following articles deals with the impeachment process of the President of India? Correct answer is Article 61. Article 61 of the Indian Constitution. Article 61 of the Indian Constitution deals with the impeachment process against the President of India. So guys, if you are enjoying this session, do press the like button, do share this session with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't by now. Moving on, before we move on to the next set of questions, BYJU'S Exam Prep brings to you CLAT 2025 Comprehensive Course. So you have a comprehensive course for CLAT 2025. If you are a serious aspirant of CLAT 2025, join us to this impressive comprehensive course where we have 380 hours of live classes, 300 plus recorded videos, 55 mock tests, 10,000 practice questions, 10,000 sectional practice tests, study material, doubt resolution, and the CLAT Ignite magazine. That's all that you get in this course. Next question. Principle and fact-based question. Defamation is the publication of a statement which tends to lower reputation of a person in the eyes of other members of the society, generally. So defamation means a publication of a statement that lowers the reputation of a person in the eyes of others in the society. A writes a highly offensive and derogatory letter about B and sends it directly to B in a sealed cover. Okay. Is there publication of that thing? In whose eyes? Now, if somebody writes a letter and says bad things about me, I open the letter, I read it, and I throw it in the dustbin. Is the world aware of that particular letter? The answer is no. So A is not liable in this particular case because there is no publication of that letter. And in whose eyes is my reputation lowered? In my eyes, my reputation cannot be lowered. It can only be lowered in the eyes of other members of the society. So the correct answer is that clear? So these are the type of questions that come in this particular entrance examination. Okay. Okay. Moving on to important judgment-based question. Judgment-based question. Which of the following cases the Supreme Court led the Parliament to enact the Muslim Women's Protection of Right on Divorce Act 1986? Which judgment led the Parliament to enact the 1986 Muslim Women Act Protection of Rights of Divorce Act 1986? Is it Daniel Latif? No. No. Khatun versus Qasim? No. Muhammad Ahmed Khan versus Shahbanu? Syed Iqbal Hussain versus Syed Begum? The correct answer is, if you know it, you know it. It is the famous Shahbanu's case. The famous Shahbanu case. So, Muhammad Ahmed Khan versus Shahbanu was that famous case which said that women has right under section 125 of CRPC to claim maintenance, which was later on, the Parliament said that no, this would have a huge impact on the community, and hence it said that no, it cannot be done. So the Parliament enacted this particular law, the Muslim Women's Protection of Right on Divorce Act 1986, as a repercussion to the Supreme Court's decision in Shahbanu's decision. Okay? Yeah. So I hope that you guys are understanding. the law relating to prisoners of war. Which is the law relates to prisoners of war? Geneva Convention, Vienna Convention, Paris Convention, none of the above. Correct answer. And these are all knowledge-based questions. Legal knowledge. So your legal knowledge will be tested in Jamia Millia. So friends, if you are a serious aspirant of Jamia Millia, keep this in your mind that you will be tested left, right and center insofar as your legal knowledge, legal reasoning, assertion and reasoning, every type of question will be asked in this examination. 40 questions you have to solve. There are 40 marks to it. The correct answer is the Geneva Convention. You need knowledge. आपको समझना पड़ेगा, आपको थोड़ा बहुत नहीं, अच्छा खासा लीगल नॉलेज का जरूरत होगा आप अगर जामिया मिलिया इस्लामिया के एग्जाम देने चाहते हैं। चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं। Assertion and reasoning question. So this is an assertion and reasoning question. A void contract is not necessarily illegal. A void contract is not necessarily illegal. Every illegal contract is void. Both A and R are individually true. R is the correct explanation of A. Void contracts are not illegal contracts. A void contract. This is true. Every illegal contract is void. That is also true. Both A and R are individually true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Yes. So both the assertion and reasoning are true individually, but the reason is not the correct reason for the assertion. Both assertion and reasoning is true, but the reason R is not the correct explanation to A. So option B is the right answer. Option B. So ऐसे questions आते हैं guys. आप अगर seriously consider कर रहे हैं इस एग्जाम को तो आपको बहुत आराम से अच्छा खासा लीगल नॉलेज का भी जरूरत है. Is that clear? Okay. The next question. The Vishaka guidelines on the Supreme Court of India is related to which of the following? Protection of SC/ST, regulating coal block allocation, police reforms, sexual harassment at workplace. So the Vishaka guidelines, which was laid down by the Supreme Court in Vishaka versus State of Rajasthan, relates to the Supreme Court giving certain guidelines relating to sexual harassment of women at workplace. So the Vishaka guidelines relates to sexual harassment of women at workplace. So again, important judgment based question. In this session, आप अगर इस सेशन को पूरा देखते हैं तो आपको पता चल जाएगा कि किस किस तरीके का क्वेश्चंस आते हैं जामिया में, और इसके बेस पे आपको अच्छा खासा प्रिपरेशन करना पड़ेगा. Next question. With reference to electoral bonds, consider the following statement. It is a financial instrument for making donation to political parties. True. State Bank of India is authorized to issue and encash these bonds. True. Which of the following statement is correct? Both A and B, both 1 and 2. So option C. Only the State Bank of India is authorized under the electoral bond scheme to issue and encash these bonds, and it is a financial instrument which has been challenged in the Supreme Court, and I think the arguments are all over. The Supreme Court will pronounce its judgment very soon. So this relates to the electoral bonds. Okay. Okay. Next, before I move ahead, BYJU'S exam prep brings to you CLAT 2025 comprehensive course. If you are a serious aspirant of CLAT 2025, join this very important course wherein we give you 380 hours of live classes, 300 plus recorded videos, 55 mock tests, 10,000 practice questions, 10,000 practice tests, study material, doubt resolution, and the CLAT Ignite magazine. All of you must, if you are a serious aspirant and if you want to talk to our counselors, you can definitely call us at 95-388-95678. Next question, moving on. This is again a principle and fact-based question. A person is said to have committed assault when an apprehension is caused in his mind of a person that he is about to use physical force. So, assault means there is an apprehension that someone will use physical force against me. He has not physically touched me, but there is an apprehension that somebody is going to use physical force against me. A abuses B while he was sitting in a moving train. So A abuses B when he is sitting in a moving train. Now, if in a moving train somebody is abusing, can we hit someone from a moving train? No. But aggressively shaking his feet. Now, suppose someone is inside the train, from the window, he is showing, I'm going to slap you, I'm going to show my fist. And the other person, Mr. B, is standing in the railway platform at a distance. Now, can there be any apprehension of threat? No, there cannot be any apprehension of threat. He has not caused assault because he is inside a moving train and the other person is in a platform. The other person who is in a platform knows very well that the person who is inside a moving train cannot just come out and smash him. So, he has not committed assault. So these ऐसे ही क्वेश्चंस आते हैं आपका जामिया मिलिया में. तो आप अगर सीरियसली इस एग्जाम, और मैं आपको एक चीज बता देता हूं, जामिया मिलिया एक अच्छा कॉलेज है, बहुत ही अच्छा कॉलेज है दिल्ली में, जो आप कंसिडर कर सकते हैं. Next, which of the following is not an essential for a formation of a contract? But A says, I want to sell my pen for 100 rupees. B says, yes, acceptance. 100 rupees is the consideration. Damages is not. These are the essentials of a valid contract. Offer is accepted for a particular consideration. These are the essentials of a valid contract. But a damage is not an essential of a valid contract. Is that clear? Next, who is known as a framer of the Indian Penal Code? I think I gave you this question in the beginning of the class. Lord Hastings, Lord Denning, Lord Macaulay, and Lord Wilberforce. The correct answer is Lord Macaulay. It was also known as Lord Macaulay's Code. So IPC, that is the Indian Penal Code, was majorly drafted by Lord Macaulay himself. Yes. Okay. And then you have another very important question based on legislation. Okay. These are all legislations. Environmental matters and disputes are redressed in the National Environment Tribunals Act, National Environment Appellate Authorities Act, National Green Tribunals Act, National Environment Impact Assessment Authority. Now you have the NGT, National Green Tribunal, which was created by virtue of the National Green Tribunals Act of 2010, which decides disputes relating to environment. So in case there is a dispute relating to environmental matters, it is the National Green Tribunal, which was created under the National Green Tribunals Act of 2010, which deals with that dispute. The correct answer is option C. Option C is the correct answer. So I hope that you understood the kind of questions that comes in Jamia Millia. So prepare well. We will definitely come up with a number of important sections, which is going to help you for other law entrance examination, including JMI, CLAT, Maharashtra, CET, and whatnot. So stay tuned. If you are preparing for CLAT 2025, BYJU'S Exam Prep brings to you a comprehensive course which consists of 380 hours of live classes, 300 plus recorded videos, 55 mock tests, 10,000 practice questions, 10,000 sectional practice tests, study material, doubt resolution, and the CLAT Ignite magazine. So definitely join us and enroll yourself for the comprehensive course from BYJU'S Exam Prep. So guys, with this we come to the end, but before I say tata goodbye, do like this section if you liked it, do subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on our Instagram, like our Facebook page, join our Telegram channel, and do not forget to download the BYJU'S Exam Prep app if you haven't, because there are a lot of free materials that are available in the So guys, with this we come to the end. Thank you very, very much. I hope you had loved this session and have enjoyed it. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care. See you soon. Have a great weekend. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Take care.